What would you do if there's nothing to prove? No one to impress, and no expectations to fulfill in terms of what other people think of you, what your parents, for example, want for you, or what society thinks you should be, or your friends think you should be? What would you do? And who would you be? The answer to that question is your truth. But the problem with that is that we are afraid to follow our truth. Most people are afraid to follow our truth, their truth. But the truth is the only thing that sets you free. And you are here to follow your soul's truth. You are here to live your unique path and not somebody else's. You're here to live your life and not somebody else's. But what often gets in the way is that you try to please other people. You try to please your parents. You try to please your friend circle. You try to please other society circles, or just people that you don't probably even know. Societal groups was the term I was looking for. But what if you just dropped all of that and decided to be yourself? And what does it mean to be yourself? To, first of all, become aware of what your values are, what you value in this life, what's important to you. If you could travel to the end of this life, of your life, and you had the chance to come back one more time to this moment, what would that version of you that's at the deathbed or that's about to die tell you? What's important to them? What's important to you? If you ask yourself those questions, and especially if we are faced with death, or if we just imagine the scenario of death, we often come to meet our truth. Because in order to become our true selves, we first have to die, and not in the sense of physical death, but a internal death, the death of the fake, the death of the thing that wasn't real to begin with, that wasn't you to begin with, the death of all of that which you have been conditioned to be and programmed to be. And when you are courageous enough to let go of that, when you're courageous enough to tap into yourself and ask yourself, who am I? What am I here to give? What am I here to create? What am I here to do? Who am I here to become? That's when you start connecting with your soul's truth. That's when you start connecting with who you are meant to be. And that's when you have the power to step on your path. But then it's your willingness and your openness and the actual step that you have to take to get on that journey and start walking that path. And it's your path, no one else's. Again, you're not here to please your parents. If your parents want you to be an engineer, but you don't want to be that, then let go of that. If you are a grown person, a grown man or a grown woman, then you can decide what you want to be. You have to find the courage to step up and say, this is not who I am. I thank you for having the best interest for me. I thank you for having laid out this plan, but this plan doesn't align with my truth. So no, thank you. And a lot of times it comes from a sense of protection, especially if you have, if you come from a family of African, with African roots. For example, my dad is Nigerian, my mom's Austrian, so I get to experience both sides. Or if you come from immigrant families, if you live in Europe or America, a lot of those parents have good intentions for us, or for you. They just want you to be successful and be able to provide for the family, or be first of all, being able to provide for you, but in a larger context for the family as well. But if it's not aligned with who you are, with who you truly are and who you feel called to be, then you're still living a lie. And the question is, how long are you going to keep on living that lie? How long will you stay in that pattern? And how long will you keep on making yourself small and staying in this box that you've been put in and that you allow yourself to stay in, because it's a matter of allowance when you become aware of it. And when you become aware of it, you can change it. But it takes courage. It takes courage to step up and say, this is not who I am. This is not how I'm living anymore. This is what I'm doing now. And even if you're in societal groups, or if you're in friend groups and everyone is doing this one thing, or you've been doing this thing for years, and all of a sudden it doesn't resonate with you anymore, or if you're in a group and you've been working on something together, but you feel deep inside of you that this is not who you are, then have the courage to step up and say, hey, this is not aligned with my soul's truth. This is not aligned with where I want to go. I'm walking my own path. And even if it's scary to break away from the crowd, even if it's scary to step into the uncertainty, because in the beginning, you're probably going to be by yourself. Even if it's scary, if you take that step, if you take that leap, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, will meet you halfway and will start supporting you. It will start to show you the steps. It will start to show you where to go. And you just have to take one step after another. And the right people will show up, the right conditions will show up, the right circumstances will show up, and everything you need for your fulfillment and the fulfillment of your unique path will show up for yourself. But you have to get real with yourself and ask yourself, what is my path? What is it that my soul is calling me to do? And don't get me wrong, you can do multiple things. For example, I'm a musician. I've been doing music for 7 years publicly, 8 years, and had some great successes as well. But I felt called to expand my path. I felt called to do this, to talk to you and share some of my teachings. And I enjoy it, but I still do both. I still love music, but I don't do it anymore to impress anyone. I do it because my soul wants to express that through me. My soul loves music. Music is part of my soul. And this is also part of my soul speaking to you because I want to inspire you to follow your soul's calling as well. And in my example, people in the music industry, this has actually been a fear for a long time, to be honest with you. I held myself back from speaking into the camera like this or sharing my thoughts, which is actually ridiculous now that I think about it, because I was afraid that people in the music industry will judge me or see me as some sort of life coach or whatever if I start doing this, and they don't see me as an artist anymore. And then I won't get the opportunities, or I will be excluded and people won't book me and stuff like this. But in actuality, that's a good thing, because people who don't like me or don't appreciate me as I am and say, oh, you're an artist and you're supposed to do that, we can't do business with you now. I don't want to do stuff with them. I want to do stuff. I want to work with people who appreciate me and honor me as I am, because I honor myself as I am. And I don't need anything else. But I could continue with this fear and let this fear hold me back from saying, okay, I'm an artist, I'm in this artist box and I'm just supposed to do music content and nothing else. But then I would feel like I'm limiting myself and like I'm holding something back that I'm being called to. And that's why I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just being myself. And I'm creating a separate channel because I want to honor the art and give the art the space where I can drop the music as much as I want and I can speak as much as I want here. But I'm not hiding anything. You can go to my profile right now, Law Haru. That's where I share my art. And on Law Haru, I also tag my teaching page because both is part of me. It's just been an extension of who I am. But it's part of my truth. It's part of my soul's path. But you have to get real with yourself and ask yourself, is this something that I feel called to do? Is this something that I am here to do? Or is this something that I've been taught to do? What society told me to do, what my parents told me to do, what other people told me is the right way? Or is it something I'm doing to impress other people? Also to please other people, again. Because those are the patterns that really keep us stuck. The patterns of trying to please other people, the patterns of trying to fit in, and a pattern of fear. Fear is the biggest pattern that holds us back. And you got to watch yourself when you keep on falling back into it. And also when you are doing work, ask yourself, am I acting out of fear? Scarcity? Am I trying to get this thing done as quickly as possible because otherwise I won't survive? Or are you doing it from love, from a consciousness of prosperity and abundance and wholeness? I'm doing this because I love it and I share that love with people. And you got to catch yourself in those energies, because the way you do things is more important about the way you do things, how you do the things is more important than the thing itself. Because you can, I don't know, post 100 videos or 300 videos and nothing gonna reach people. I mean, by the time I'm posting this, my channel is not huge yet because we just started. But I know that if I came out of a negative energy or just this pushy energy where I'm just trying to push as much as possible so that I'm not being left behind, it's probably not gonna grow as fast, or I'm probably limiting myself because I'm in this energy state. But that's another pattern you have to be aware of, the pattern of lack, or the pattern of love and fear, lack and abundance, the energy you're working out of. But the most important message I want to leave you with in this video is to have the courage to go within, to go into stillness, take a few hours, ideally in nature. Just reflect on what is it that's important to you. The exercise I mentioned in the beginning, imagine yourself at the last moment before you're about to leave this earth, and you having a chance to come back here, what would that version tell you what's really important to you? What would that version tell you that he or she would have loved for you to do, would have loved for you to create, would have loved for you to experience in this life? And then listen to that and trust that. And have the courage, if there's something right now that's not aligned with you, have the courage to let it go. Because the moment you let it go, new doors open up for you. The moment you let it go, a new way opens up for you. And the path will be shown to you. But you have to be willing to let go of what's no longer serving you and then to step on the path that's aligned with your soul's truth. And if you do that, beautiful things start to happen for you. And you will create miracles, because we're all capable of creating miracles. And often we think of miracles as something magical, but life is truly magical. If you take a moment to really be here in this moment, you see that there are miracles all around you. There are miracles all around you, but we just forgot to see them. But if you come back to this moment, if you align yourself with spirit and with your truth, that's when you open yourself up to that miraculous path again. And again, you will experience beautiful things in your life, and you will live the life that you are being called to, which is the most important thing in this life, that we live a life that's true to ourselves. And it's also the biggest regret that people have at their deathbed. So have the courage to follow your soul's truth. And I hope this could help you. If this resonated with you, I'm also hosting a free life workshop soon, where I show you in detail how to break through limiting patterns, how to lock in a change, because a lot of times we slip back into it, and how to take aligned action, how to align yourself with your soul's truth to start creating what your soul is calling you to. I leave that in the link in the description, and depending on when you see this, if you see this a year ahead, then the workshop is not happening, but it's happening on the 17th of June. So if you're watching it in this time span, you can sign up for it. The link is in the description, and I hope to see you there. Apart from that, I thank you for your time. I thank you for listening, and I thank you for being here. I am Law Heru, and this is The Way of Law.